You're thinking about entering IT, and everywhere you hear about cyber attacks, hacked companies, and ransomware. But what do these attacks really look like in practice, and what do IT teams actually do against them? In this video, I'll show you 5 of the most common attack types in 2026, and which protective measures really make a difference in companies. We'll go through step by step. Attack 1. Phishing and social engineering. The first and still most common attack path doesn't run through technology, but through people, phishing, and social engineering. Attackers send deceptively real-looking emails, SMS, or chat messages designed to get you to take an action, for example, clicking a link or opening a document. Typical are fake login pages, fake package notifications, or alleged security warnings. When someone enters their login credentials on such a page or opens a malicious file, attackers can take over access or load malware. What helps against this? Training and awareness. Employees must recognize typical characteristics, unusual senders, pressure to act immediately, suspicious links. Also technical filters like spam and phishing filters that already catch many attacks before the inbox. And even if login credentials are captured, multi-factor authentication can prevent them from being directly sufficient to hijack accounts. Attack 2. Ransomware. The second big classic is ransomware malware that encrypts data and demands ransom. Often it starts again with an email, an infected attachment, or a vulnerability in a publicly accessible service. The malware spreads in the network, encrypts files on servers and workstations, and then displays a ransom demand. In the worst case, entire companies stand still for days or weeks because central systems are no longer usable. What helps? Good, tested backups that can't simply be encrypted by ransomware. Segmented networks so the malware can't spread unchecked. Current systems and consistent rights assignment. The fewer permissions a compromised account has, the less damage can be done. And very important, regular tests whether backups can really be restored in an emergency. Attack 3. Vulnerabilities in software and systems. The third attack category exploits vulnerabilities in software and systems. Every complex software contains errors. Some of them allow attackers to execute code, escalate writes, or read data. When systems aren't regularly patched and updated, known security vulnerabilities remain open often for months or years. Attackers automatically scan the internet for vulnerable systems and attack where they find open gaps. What helps? Structured patch and vulnerability management. Inventory of which systems exist. Overview of which security updates are available. Prioritization of critical gaps and timely updates. Test environments to ensure updates don't cause unexpected outages. And as few unnecessary services and open ports as possible. What's not there can't be attacked. Attack 4. Stolen or weak access credentials. The fourth major attack path exploits stolen or weak access credentials. A common issue is the use of simple passwords or reusing the same credentials across multiple platforms. This creates a serious vulnerability. If access credentials are stolen from one service, they can easily be tried on other platforms. Attackers often use automated tools to carry out these credential stuffing attacks, where they take lists of stolen login credentials and test them across various websites or services. If an attacker finds a match, it might not seem suspicious because the login comes from a legitimate user and no alarms are raised. This often goes unnoticed, allowing attackers to freely access sensitive accounts without triggering red flags. What helps? One of the most effective defenses is using strong, unique passwords for each platform. Password managers are especially useful for generating and storing these complex passwords. Multi-factor authentication is another essential layer, as it requires more than just a password to access an account. Typically a code sent to a mobile device or email, making it harder for an attacker to break in. In organizations, having clear policies for account management, including regular reviews of user permissions and rights, is crucial to reduce unnecessary access and minimize exposure. Finally, monitoring login activities for unusual locations, login times, or devices can help spot abnormal behavior and prevent unauthorized access before it escalates into a bigger issue. Attack 5. Insecure configurations. The fifth attack path involves insecure configurations, often referred to as misconfigurations. Misconfigurations happen when systems or services are incorrectly set up, leaving them open to exploitation. For example, a cloud storage bucket might be publicly accessible when it should be restricted, or a firewall rule could be too permissive, leaving unnecessary ports open. Another common issue occurs when internal services are mistakenly exposed to the internet, making them vulnerable to attackers. This is often the result of quick fixes or time pressure. Someone might open a port or change a setting to make something work, but forget to close it later, leaving a persistent vulnerability. Automated scanning tools often target misconfigurations, easily identifying systems that have been carelessly set up and exploiting them. What helps? The best defense is having standardized configurations that aren't manually altered each time a new service or system is deployed. Regular reviews of cloud and network settings are critical to catch mistakes or oversights before they can be exploited. Applying the principle of need to know and need to expose means only making data and services accessible to those who absolutely require it, and keeping everything else as private as possible. Using infrastructure as code also helps ensure that configurations are traceable, testable, and repeatable, making it easy to track changes and fix issues before they become vulnerabilities. What good defense has in common? Even though the attack types vary, effective security strategies share several key principles that help organizations defend against cyber threats. First, defense in depth is essential. This means employing multiple protective layers so that if one security measure fails, others are in place to prevent a breach. For example, combining firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and MFA can prevent an attacker from breaching the system, even if one layer is bypassed. Second, it's crucial to address both people and technology simultaneously. Technical measures such as filters, firewalls, and monitoring tools are critical, but without proper employee training, many security vulnerabilities can still be exploited. A system is only as secure as its weakest link, which is often the human factor. Third, having preparedness for emergencies is another fundamental principle. This means having incident response plans, clearly defined roles and responsibilities, and regular security drills to practice how to respond to a cyber attack. Organizations that have these processes in place can respond quickly and effectively when an attack occurs, minimizing damage and recovery time. Finally, security is a continuous learning process. Cyber threats are constantly evolving, and so too must the systems, processes, and tools that defend against them. The best organizations invest in ongoing training, continuous updates, and a culture of security that keeps everyone on their toes. Security isn't a project with a defined end date, it's a long-term commitment that requires constant improvement and adaptation. Why security is important for your IT career? Whether you want to work as admin, developer, DevOps engineer, or in support security always concerns you somehow. You don't have to immediately become a security specialist, but a solid basic understanding of the most common attacks and measures makes you more valuable in any team. When you combine security basics with your specialty, you speak the language of security teams better and make better decisions in everyday work. This helps you take responsibility and shows that you think about IT not just functionally, but also securely. Now you know 5 of the most common attack types and the most important building blocks with which companies can protect against them. In the next video, we'll look at how you can get started practically with a beginner skill like Python in IT even if you can't program yet. If you want to know more about modern IT and security, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and write in the comments which security topic we should deepen next. Thanks for being here. See you in the next video.